Good afternoon, America. How's everybody doing? Just came from washing the car, so don't mind me, drenched in sweat. Business as usual. I know I normally talk with my shades, but I don't have a video with my shades on. Anyway, that's besides the fact. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about inflation. Let's talk about what's going on in America. You know, as much as I hate to just keep talking about it, I'd rather just put things into action. I have to talk about it with everybody because I have to get everybody on the same page. I feel like it's my duty to get everybody on the same page, whether this reaches you or not. Hopefully you guys can share, subscribe. You know, I know that sounds cliche, but I think this is the only way that stuff like this can get out to other people. The reality is this. The reality is BRICS is getting stronger. For those who don't know what BRICS is, it's essentially a foreign government that basically came together, foreign countries that came together, and essentially they're forming their own little quote-unquote government, and the whole objective is to get rid of using the American dollar as the main sort of what is the word I'm looking for? I just did a wash up, but you guys know what I'm talking about. They're essentially trying to get rid of the dollar, so they don't have to essentially use it everywhere, which is going to put a stress on us. Now, our government here, they are trying their hardest not to put us in a recession. Whether we have extreme inflation, then a recession. Don't believe what the Fed is saying. Don't believe what those guys are saying. They would rather we have extreme inflation than a recession. The reason why is because it lines the pockets of those guys. A lot of them and their friends. Just keeping everybody nice and wealthy. You know what I mean? And essentially keeping the rest of us poor. You know what I'm saying? So we really have to start taking a deep look on what this corruption is doing, what our government is doing, and what we're doing as people as we continue to allow this. There was a chart that came out the other day, and it talked about how since basically going off the gold standard, right? Coincidentally, when we went off the gold standard and we went to this paper bullshit, paper I owe you, basically. That's basically what the American dollar is. It's backed by the people. That we continue to buy everything, consume everything, and make nothing. There's a reason why a lot of jobs go over to foreign places. Labor is cheaper, which means that we can get a lot of things made overseas, and people here in America will consume it. Amazon is a prime example of that. Okay, I'm not saying Amazon isn't convenient and all these other things, but it's a prime example of that. Okay, there was a chart that came out that basically said since the 1970s, and I talked about this. Check my other videos. I talked about this. Basically, since the 1970s, the American debt has been going up and up and up. And since 2016, we know who was in office. Again, I'm not a political guy per se, whereas meaning I don't care about the sides, because to me, it's the same. It's different sides of the feather on the same bird. Anyone ever heard that term? You guys know what I mean? No matter how much you think one side is for the people, no, they're not. It's called being rich. It's called being rich. We're on the side of the rich. Okay? So, ever since 2016, we've actually, I wouldn't even say 2016. Let me not even put that on that guy. It's actually since Obama. Oops. Look at that. Didn't see that one coming. It's actually since Obama we've been, and I know we had a great recession in 2008. I get it. But what they done, what Obama's office did, was they basically spent more money, putting us deeper into debt. That was kind of the start. I mean, you can trace back to other, that was kind of the start of like extreme spending by our government, where that party basically spent so much money, more than the previous presidents. That party has spent so much money, and since then they've been doubling up. So, right, Obama spends a shitload of money, then Trump basically doubles him up, and that was the record of the U.S. government spending money. And then obviously with the Biden-Harris now, the past 4 years, they have basically doubled Trump. So you kind of get where we're going. So no matter who goes into office next, the spending is not going to stop. The government loves to spend. They're just like, they just love spending money. I don't know why. They just love spending money. Sometimes on unnecessary things. Most of it is probably corruption. Who knows? At this point, I'm just tired of speculating. We need to form a plan of action, and we need to put things in place, because if not, this will continue to happen until it can no longer happen. These guys are spending money on a crazy level, no matter what party it is, Democrat, Republican. They are spending money on a crazy level, doubling each other every term. It is getting a bit excessive, to the point where we truly need to start not questioning, but putting things into place where we need to get these people, all of them, out of office. Doesn't matter who they are, because they all been promising shit since the fucking 70s, 60s, and never come through on any of their promises. Right? I think we all could agree on that. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, all races. I think we all could agree on that. The other thing is, the whole race card was put into place to keep us divided, keep us distracted. I think Diddy went to jail right at the time where a lot of convenient things started happening. I mean, come on, guys. We got to stop making excuses for them. They've been doing this now pretty much my whole lifetime. I would say since 99, when I can truly remember being frustrated at certain things that I had no control over. And it wasn't until I was in my teens, late teens, that you truly started to realize the magnitude and how some of these people are operating. So I know it's been happening way before that, and there have been adults who've been frustrated, but they've done nothing about it. And they wonder why we're in this predicament. Anyway, guys, we have to put a plan in action. That's it. Let's stop talking about it. Let's just do it. We all collectively need to come together. Come to my channel. Comment below. Let's come together. Let's make it. Let's create a small army. We ain't even got to be. We're not doing anything militant. Nothing dangerous. We're coming together, and we want to go talk. We want to go talk. You guys know what I mean? We want to go talk. Okay? Fuck your job. Fuck your mortgage. Fuck all those other bills. Because none of that shit matters. Credit is a bullshit thing made up by fucking people here and out in this system. Okay? To keep some of us at bay. Fuck all that shit. Okay? That shit is bullshit anyway. You can file for bankruptcy, and a year later, you can have a 700 credit score. That shit is bullshit, okay? Fuck all that shit. Fuck all your bills. Canada already started doing that. Fuck all that shit. Let's come together. And let's get a plan into action. Let's talk about it. See you.